Greetings, folks. This is DC Investing. I've reached financial independence, and I talk about topics to help others on their pathway to financial independence. And one, what financial independence means is freedom. And so today's topic is about buying yourself out of slavery, and basically it's debt slavery. And you are a slave if every day you have to go to work, you have to trade your life for money, basically the things that you need in order to exist. You've got to pay for housing, healthcare, food, clothing, uh, the fun things you need, maybe a vacation every once in a while. Basically, you're stuck into the slavery until you can buy your freedom. And that buying of the freedom means that you have enough invested that you no longer have to trade your time for the money you need in life anymore. And so it is a slavery. It's a type of slavery. I know we choose to kind of go do it, but you know, if you don't trade your life for money, you end up being homeless and living on the streets. And there are some folks that choose that direction, but it's not for me. So how do you buy yourself from freedom? Basically, you have to trade some of your time for excess money that you then save and invest. And then eventually, if your investments get high enough, you no longer have to work for a living anymore. Your money just, what is it? Your money makes enough money that you are then able to be free. So the younger you are, the more you can save, the larger the difference it can make. And so I have I've written down on a card a formula that is kind of fun to be able to figure out at my age, if I'm going to say retire at age 55 and my investments makes a certain amount, how do I calculate what I'm going to get from that money that I invest? So I'm going to hold up this card, and basically here's the formula. And basically it says the amount that you're going to end up with after a certain duration in number of years, which is T, the time. How do I calculate that? So P is your principal amount. That's what you're going to start with. So let's say you're going to save $1,000. R is the rate of increase. So you have the increase, and it's in decimal points. So if you're going to make 10% a year on an increase, you enter in 0.1. That's what 10% is in the equation. And then T is the number of years, which for this example, I'm going to use 35. So in your calculator, you do the amount you start with, which is $1,000, multiplication, open a parentheses, put 1 plus 0.01, which is your 10%, close the parentheses. That little hat means power. It's the thing above the number 6, and then you put T, which is going to be 35 years. So the value that you get is, say you're 20 years old and you can save $1,000. In 35 years, you're going to be 55 years old, and that $1,000 is going to turn into just over $28,000. So that's something kind of fun to think. If you spend $1,000, that $1,000 has a value of $28,000 if you saved and invested it in something like the S&P 500. So every $1,000 you can turn into $28,000, and that $28,000 someplace is enough to start buying part of your freedom. In fact, I think it's just over 1% of your freedom in uh, 35 years. And so, as a representation, if you have $1 million today, that is enough to retire if you have structured your life properly. And there's an investment that I like that invests in oil pipelines. There's two tickers that are ETFs that invest in oil pipelines. One is MLPA, the other is AMLP, and they both pay about 7.5% yield on the money that you invest. And they grow a little bit depending on inflation and the value of their assets. So if you have $1 million invested in oil pipelines, you're going to get $75,000 a year in dividend income, and in a lot of places $75,000 is enough to retire on. So it won't be in the future. So after 35 years, assuming inflation is 2.3%, you can put that same thing into that formula I just did. Start with $1 million, put in 35 years with the rate at 0.023. You're going to see that you need about $2.2 million to retire assuming the same benefit as a 1 million today. So still, you kind of use that formula for both ways. Calculate how much you need, and calculate how much your money is going to turn into someday. So um, so that $1,000 can buy 1% of your freedom someday, which is kind of a good trade-off. You do that 100 times, you buy your freedom. So at the age of 20, if you can save $100,000 that you're then going to put into the stock market and leave it alone for 30 years, you're going to end up with over $2 million when you retire, just by the sake of compound interest, or compound rate of return. And they call that, what that's called is coast fire. And if you look up online, coast fire calculator, you can kind of see how far away you are from your age, um, and how much you want to spend in retirement. It'll show you how much you will earn. But basically, once you have reached the amount in savings, oh, you actually have to put in your age as well. Then you can just kind of coast, and you don't have to save anymore. So basically, if you're age 20 and you saved $100,000, you'll end up with more than 2.2 million if you just leave it in the stock market over time. But for most people, by the age of 20, it's really hard to save $100,000. But you could save $1,000 and buy 1% of your freedom. And every year that you save a little bit more, you buy a little bit more of your freedom from this work slavery. And so as you get a job and earn more, instead of $1,000, maybe you can save $8,000 a year into a Roth IRA or a regular IRA. Or, as you keep going, maybe you double that. You're saving $16,000. The earlier you can do that savings, the more powerful an effect it'll have in your life. And so that's that. In that formula, it's the equation T, and basically you are buying your freedom, by doing that savings. And the more you can save, the earlier on in life, the sooner your number crosses over your freedom number. So these are all just kind of um, fun calculations to make, to try to figure out, instead of spending the certain amount of money today, what if I saved it? What would that turn into at some point in the future? And basically, you're trying to buy yourself from slavery. You're trying to buy your freedom. So that's a really fun way of thinking about saving these days. It's your freedom money, and it makes investing more fun when you say, I am putting this money away. Instead of spending it today, I am putting it away to buy my freedom. And eventually, it is possible. I'm an example of that today, and I'm buying my freedom a decade before most people do. And it's because I was willing to save and invest. And so that's my motivation for you today. Use that formula. It makes it really fun to kind of figure out how much a dollar saved today or $1,000 saved today over a number of years, what it turns into, for as long as you keep it invested. And maybe it gives you some motivation to save more. So like, subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye.